Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling Review Series for the 16th of April, 1983. Still a super cool time. We're 6 months away from, well, four or 5 months actually, away from Starrcade. Cool time. Anyway, Rotundo and Masafuchi start things off. Very basic match. If you like mat wrestling, if you like simplicity, actually amazing to me that Mike Rotundo didn't go a little bit further in his career. I think the lack of strong promo really probably hurt him. Fucci and Rotundo are pretty well evenly matched. Fireman's carries take over basic things and simplistic things, side headlocks and basic stuff. Fucci manages some martial arts kicks, roundhouse kicks, and other basic maneuvers along the way. Needless to say, it is Mike Rotundo who comes back with a bit of a House of Fire type stuff. Big body slams there and gets things going according to that plan. Ultimately, there are, airplane spin, other basic maneuvers, and some challenging things there. Gary Hart comes out after that match, and they win with the airplane spin. Think about that, 1983. Gary Hart manages to have an interview with the Great Kabuki, says there's not enough challenges for Kabuki, and Jimmy Valiant wants to get into it with him. Jimmy Valiant does make his way into the ring, having a short enhancement style match, or well, I guess a brawl. It's not really a full match. Kabuki does manage to get some kicks and other basic maneuvers on Jimmy Valiant. Kabuki and Valiant, a pretty big deal. Kabuki gets tossed off the top rope in the top rope slam type manner, and then we see Kabuki get choked out. Gary Hart comes in the ring and leading to the jump out of Valiant. We go to Joss LeDuc and Rick Harris. That enhancement match is pretty simple. LeDuc seems to have dropped down the stakes a little bit. Power struggle, both guys. Side headlock by LeDuc and really basic maneuvers along the way there. Ultimately manages to Irish, kind of get Irish whips, and ultimately basic maneuvers. LeDuc manages to remain in power, and big bear hug gets a submission victory. Not exactly a great thing there. We go to the interview segment. House of Humperdinck basically says that, in fact, LeDuc was once under his tutelage. He still owes him $800, and we see a enhancement match. I believe his name is Greg Jones, George Jones, but the last name Jones. African American enhancement talent manages to go at it with a one-man gang, and obviously, as one would expect, a very one-sided match. Gang hits some power moves, punches, kicks, and a power slam, and a victory for him. In the enhancement match, one-man gang in a red singlet. Not a good look. Greg Valentine says he is unstoppable as the U.S. champion, says no one's going to stop him. He complains about having to face Piper over and over again. He's not happy with this. He's not happy with the lack of competition or the fact that the George Scott, Sandy Scott, and everyone else on the championship committee, in his mind, seems to be against him in some way or another. We go to another enhancement challenge match here. This time, more of a, I guess you'd say, a tag team run there, as we kind of run forward with that. And Slater and Valentine versus Larson and Sweet Brown Sugar. Slater and Valentine still managed by Sir Oliver Humperdinck. Sweet Brown Sugar gets a few offensive maneuvers, including some drop kicks, and Slater, more striking, punch kick, headbutts, and the like. Slater and Valentine working together pretty simply, and ultimately getting things going in a more directive approach, and kind of an interesting run there. And we then see Greg Valentine managing to toss his man out of the ring, and Slater comes back in, vertical suplex, snaps him over. Slater and Valentine are lauded in the weeks and months to come as a tag team to be taken seriously, but they don't really seem to be a team with a great deal of direction. Keith Larson gets powered up. Larson, another guy that I think had a lot of value. First kind of modified Samoan drop. Slater gets a victory off of that, and the team is victorious. Basically, Slaughter and Kernoodle say they've found the tag team championships, but they're not going to reveal their location. More challenges to matches that are more aggressive, including more cage matches for the tandem of Slaughter and Kernoodle with Steamboat and Youngblood. The Briscoes out here in a tag team match. Tag teams, of course, in the Carolinas through the 60s and 70s, a really big deal. Continues there. Bill White and Alexander are out there. Briscoes take control. They are, head scissors, arm bars, arm breakers, basic maneuvers. White and Alexander, pretty consistent, into kind of collegiate style wrestling, takedowns and the like. Ride time more so by Jerry Briscoe than Jack, although Jack gets his fair share of ride time as well. And the match probably for a former world champion and a solid tag team they're trying to push. I don't know that it needed to go as long as it did. Obviously, that kind of goes with the Alexander and White being bigger guys, maybe big back body drop in the middle there. And the Briscoes basically do get the victory with the figure 4 leg lock, and ultimately are saying they want to be tag team champions. They don't care who it is. Steamboat and Youngblood, they call them friends, but at the same time, they also call themselves #1 contenders. Kind of teasing the idea that they could be going toe-to-toe with their former friends or with their friends in shorter length of time than would be naturally imagined. Then we kind of go into a brawl where the tag team champions are going to be handled, and Slaughter and Kernoodle come out, take out the enhancement talents that are supposed to take them on, and the continuation of that. Slaughter and Kernoodle, of course, stealing the tag team championship belts at that time, and Youngblood and Steamboat not happy with that development. Basically, they want them one more time, and there we go as far as that goes. We'll be back with more right after this.